Welcome back to another episode of Quantum Dungeons. My name is Havoc Shadow. Today we are joined by not quite a full party, but more than last time. We have Punky, aka Aera, our Aarakocra bard, the American Doge,
Hi, Punky.
our human barbarian named Oleg, Dragonborn Rogue, the Rock, and Kadawar playing Sir Kindrel Moonshots, a high elf ranger, accompanied by his faithful pet, Sheila. Last time on Quantum Dungeons, what'd you do?
Nothing?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Last time on Quantum Dungeons, the party had left Wyvern Tour back down to the Travelling Trail, where they found and met an owlbear that was snooping around the party's deer rations that they had cooking and smoking. The party tried to scare it off, but instead angered it. After the party slew the owlbear, Ada had realized she had been carrying around, unknowingly, a 25-pound chest.
What?
That coincidentally enough, holds enough meat that the owlbear could provide. The party had made some sort of sled to pull that 325-pound chest.
I think Aera's dying right now. Anybody?
You're so mad about starter equipment.
I think every player is, to be honest. They're just like, okay, I'll take my equipment, and don't even look at it. They look at what weapons they have, because that's the main thing. They always look past their actual equipment. The party managed to make a sled to pull the chest back to town. Just outside of town, Ada had noticed a search party, or a scouting party rather, of orcs. The party managed to take care of them before before the orcs took care of them. Some dealing and wheeling happened at the old.
The other way around.
You know what? Just go with it. Don't at me.
Yeah, sorry. Continue.
Some trades happened at Hefe Smithy, where we saw Kindrel's true colors on what he thinks of the townspeople.
There we go.
Savage.
True. Did.
And from there, the party went to the tavern to sell some meats and smoke the rest of their owlbear. During the trade operation of the meats, Rhogar had wandered off and came back just as the trade had been completed. It's about 8 o'clock in the evening at this point. So, what would you guys like to do?
I'd like to pull up Notepad.
What's that?
Best.
Actually, I need to do that too.
Okay. So, there were some things that I wanted to identify.
You do have 2 items that need to be identified.
Yes. So, Aera, you would be so kind.
Alright, what are you handing me?
I am handing you first the glass staff.
Alright.
The item that you had been carrying for about 6 episodes, which turns into 17 days worth of travel.
Wow.
Which you never told Vela about.
True.
Right. You hand me a staff. This takes a minute if I'm...
I think
Yep.
casting time
It
is a
takes me a minute.
Yep.
Alright, so Aera is... It's like holding it, running her hands over it, staring at it. And... So... You haven't been using this. That's a shame.
Uh-oh.
So it has this energy to it. It makes you stronger just from having it with you, even if you haven't realized it. And then it's got there's magic just innately in it. One might even say that it raises your AC by a level when you're holding it.
What?
You get an extra point of AC when you're holding it. That's crazy. I don't know why I'm using those words. And then it knows 2 spells. If you just sort of look at these runes here, it knows Mage Armor and Shield. And it has 10 charges in it. Spell casting.
And what?
Mage
Shield.
Armor and Shield. And the Mage Armor, it's clearly an easier spell. That's why it's up here. The Shield's written down here. It's got 10 little spell slots. Charges is the word that's coming to me. It costs 1 of those charges to use your Mage Armor, but see how Shield is written all big? That's because it takes 2 charges to spend that. I'll write this down for you later, don't worry. And, you see this little bit right here at the tip, though? That's the warning, that if you use all the charges in the staff, it just might break. Just a little. So maybe don't use all of them at once unless it's really desperate, but when the sun hits the top here every dawn, it gets some of its charges back, so it'll just keep going.
So, Kingo, if you would like to delete the glass staff out of your inventory and add the Shield of Defense to your inventory.
Staff of Defense?
Yeah, Staff of Defense. Sorry.
I've had this whole time.
Yeah.
Wow.
It does require attunement.
Yep.
So you wouldn't have gotten the AC bonus without having attuned to it first, and without knowing what it was, you couldn't have attuned to it.
My God. Okay. This is fine.
I mean,
Wait,
actually, you could have attuned to it even without knowing what it did, but that's just a dangerous game to play.
Yeah.
So,
Sweet bot move.
Wow. Thanks.
just out of curiosity, go ahead and equip it, because I want to see if I made it correctly to where it raises.
It is equipped.
Your AC go up?
No.
Okay, I'll have to look.
It's in your equipment, but do you have it as an attuned item? Because DDB does
Oh,
differentiate that.
Yeah, that is correct. So scroll down.
Oh wait, you want me to equip it in
and
D&D
attune to
Beyond?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, hang on.
So equip it.
That's a different page. Okay, so
I feel like
I
I should fix my camera a little bit.
move. I added it. Okay, what is it called?
Staff of
Half of-
Defense.
Yeah.
F of
Oh, Jedi Fallen Order. Can't wait. It's Wick.
And then at the very bottom of your items, there's a section where you attune.
Yes.
Attune to it, does your AC go up?
I probably have to look at the right character.
Yeah. So I can't equip this. Just pretty much says it's a regular item. Yeah. It's not equipable.
Hold on. I might have to edit it on the fly, so carry on for now. I'll see if I can get it to work.
Down.
But
Well,
yeah, so
need you for
the
next
short
one.
version.
Yep, go ahead.
Short version is it has 10 charges in the staff. It costs 1 charge to cast Mage Armor, and 2 charges to cast Shield. And all 10 charges, there's a 1 in 20 chance the staff will shatter.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And then every day at dawn, you can regain 1d6 plus 4 charges. So if you just use, like, almost all, it'll just keep refreshing.
It doesn't break.
Yeah,
Did
let's
you-
say you use 9 of your 10. That last one is for, I'd say emergencies, but I'm guessing it's just if you roll a nat 1, then it shatters.
Did you explain this to the group?
Yeah, there was the explanation Eda gave a little more in character, and there's laying out some mechanics. So, I mean, anyone who was standing around watching Eda describe it will have heard her saying, you know,
This
oh,
thing-
it says right here shield, it says here mage armor, and the sun hits this piece and makes it regain its magic flow.
This thing is fantastic.
This
So-
thing is very nice,
Glad
yeah.
I took
Kindred.
this. Yes, sir.
So glad you've been using it.
I wouldn't normally do this, but
Thanks,
with the
Rhogar.
fighting styles that we've had so far, would you mind if I carried that for a while?
I have no intention of keeping this for myself.
I think I would benefit from the shield
Varian with a
quite
staff.
a lot.
I agree.
With
I
a
will-
glass staff.
I will give you the staff of defense.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And if at any time you want it, just ask for it back.
Okay.
I don't know why I can't.
You just add it as a weapon. Just delete.
Yeah, that's how you would normally.
Right, but it's not giving me the box to actually equip it like a short sword or anything like that.
Is there not an actual? There's an actual staff of defense, or did you just make it?
There is a staff of defense, but for DDB, I'd have to buy the compendium in order for that. for sure.
I have it. I have it. Did you search for it?
Yeah. Never.
I'm sharing it with the group. Because I can just add it.
Yeah, I could add a staff of defense.
Oh. Hang
Yeah, I
on.
just did.
AFK.
To those things. Turtle, thanks for the sub!
Oh shit!
Thank you,
Sorry.
Turtle.
Thank you. And Doge. And Havoc. You guys too.
Woo.
Someone tell me when Rhogar comes.
It doesn't look like it's an attunement though.
Well, that's that's the one that you're seeing is the I made.
Oh, never mind. You do have to attune it. Stop.
Requires attunement.
Ooh, that pumps me up to an AC 17.
Nice.
Oof, yeah.
Where were you at
Plus
before?
the shield. I ain't getting hit. 16, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that did work. But why
Yeah, 16.
did I
I'm not getting
actually?
hit at all, guys. You're gonna be able to kite so well.
Yeah, Rangers can use quarterstaff. So why wouldn't?
Question then is...
If you just want to give it straight to Oleg,
I already have it.
I already handed it to him.
Yeah.
And...
Ready?
What do you guys think of the new frames?
I like them.
Do you hate
I like
them?
them a lot. I like them.
do like that. So looking up the spells too, you, because Oleg doesn't wear armor, right? It's like a barbarian thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So mage armor, you touch a willing creature who isn't wearing armor, and a protected magical force surrounds it until the spell ends. It's the target's base AC becomes 13 plus Dex modifier. So this doesn't actually help you, but it can let you cast armor on others.
Yeah.
Which is good too. At least he gets the AC bump.
Yeah, he gets the AC bump no matter what, and then
And the-
shield.
Say he gets a hit point bump too.
Oh
to the ne-
shit!
to the
No.
next level.
Oh shit, so shield, the one that takes 2 charges, an invisible barrier magical force appears and protects you until the start of your next turn. You have a +5 bonus to AC,
Yeah.
including
Sick.
against the triggering attack.
And I believe shield is a reaction spell as well.
It's a reaction.
Yep.
I'm not getting hit ever.
It lasts for 1 round, so you react it when something is attacking you, and then you have that until the start of your next turn. It's where all the charges are gonna go. All of them are going into shield.
For sure.
I will say that Vela will take interest in this as well. Just throwing that out there.
Okay, well, Vela already has many defensive spells.
Also seems to specifically protect you from magic missile. Like, you take no damage from magic missile according to that spell. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that is fantastic. I'm gonna say sorry to my sister, but I think it's better served in the hands of Oleg.
The tank? Yes.
Wow. Of a bot? Shots fired already.
Wow.
So,
Right. That is, the staff was handed to Kindrel and then just sort of flipped over to Oleg instead.
Yep. But
Awesome.
I flipped it to him in like a cool way. Because I'm an elf, and that's what we do. Okay, so I have one more thing on me.
Oh,
to,
okay.
For you to look at, if you'd like to. I had the helm that I'm wearing right now. I'm gonna take it off and hand it to you. I heard that this was magical, so I've just been wearing it.
Let's see if I find the right section here. Alright, we're gonna spend another minute staring at this, occasionally glancing at your beautiful face, then back at the helmet.
Is it the fresh haircut? Fresh haircut?
It is. It's just, you have the helmet on so often, we don't really get to see what's under it most of the time.
Very true.
This is interesting. This is a helmet of telepathy.
Oh, what?
You elves and your tricks.
Which I already knew. Just to let the group know.
So when you're wearing this, you can use an action to cast the Detect Thoughts spell. And as long as you maintain concentration on it, you can use your bonus action to send a telepathic message to a creature you are focused on. They can reply using a bonus action to do so, as long as you're continuing the concentration spell. While focusing on a creature with Detect Thoughts, you can use as an action to cast Suggestion from the helm on that creature. But you cannot use Suggestion again until the next dawn. So remember the other day when I made that silly orc run back into battle? You can do that too, with a little focus and concentration.
Excellent. That sounds lovely.
So once
wow.
anyone attunes to that, the spells should show up under your spell list, and they're not going to be a part of your actual...
And it won't take a spell slot.
Right. They won't take a spell slot, and it won't count towards spells you already know.
My understanding of the Detect Thoughts spell in general, though, is like there's a wisdom save for it to work on them, but I feel like if you push it, they can also feel you probing around.
Okay.
I'm not sure off the top of my head to look at the spell, but
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna thank you, Aera. I'm gonna put it back on my head, and I'm gonna attune to this item.
Alright.
Yeah. Well, while we're sitting in the tavern, taking a look at these things, enjoying our drinks, it is late in the evening. We're gonna rest soon. I'll be getting my spells back. Is there anything else we need looked at while we're...
Since you're saying...
the shop is open.
Since you guys are saying drinks, what are you...
Ooh.
Just if I'm gonna have to sit and stare at a thing for a minute, I might as well do it at a table where it looks like I'm pondering my drink instead of standing in the smithy blocking the way.
Yeah, you guys went back to the inn/tavern because you went and sold the...
Did some bartering.
Yep.
We should check on that too while we're here.
Son of a bitch.
It has only been hanging up for an hour.
Oh,
Still
that's true
hanging.
too.
It is in the smoker. He tried to make us think our meat would get stolen.
Can I collect my poutine?
Yeah, that's why I said oh shit for.
Yes.
Yep.
Breaking
And
out the dice.
while we're
Yeah.
here, we need to add to our corporation
Oh my god, I hate you all.
Set a price for the famous bowl.
by adding the
Oh, yeah.
Owlbear Famous Bowl to the menu.
So before we get into that, you guys do know that the tavern did get new drinks in. I will regale the drink options again.
Okay.
So there's the normal ale, the rock bottom ale, the king's ale,
Sounds
and
like
then-
it's for me.
then we have wine. We have the common pitcher, or the fine bottle. We have apple wine. We have the elven wine.
It's probably a good
Delicious.
thing that
Bella's not here.
Bella's not here.
She went to
Dude.
bed early.
She would be drooling right now.
We have something in the form of a shot, known as Dragon's
Ooh.
Breath.
Ooh.
There is honey mead. There is dwarven mead. There is the aged brandy.
Jesus, they did get new drinks in, didn't they?
They did.
And then you have your water, your fresh farm milk, coffee, mimosas, and the Pagan's Blue Ribbon.
Yep, there is.
Those copper PBRs.
Got
Yep.
PBRs.
Well,
So,
while we were
who
on
wants
the
a
way
shot?
over,
Wants.
Wait. While we were on the way over, I tapped Aera on the shoulder and asked her if we could break from the group once we got to the inn for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
You
So,
both, you both speak
yeah.
a different language?
Well, that's what I'm gonna
Uh,
ask her.
We're just
so
walking at the back of the group.
Kendro, if you want to drop down to Elvish, and Oleg, if you want to drop down. Oh no, Kad, you have to be here. So stay in the channel. Just take your headphones off.
Yeah.
Oleg, I think you speak Dwarvish or whatever your other
Yeah.
common
Just pick
language
one.
is.
If
Yeah.
they're gonna both speak in common, just somewhere else. It doesn't matter where we go.
Yeah, just walk to a different part. Okay, that makes sense.
Wait, how am I gonna know how to come back?
We'll tell you.
Get thumbs
Well-
up.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, we, under the guise of going to get drinks, wander off to a side hallway. Apparently,
I'm waiting for Kendro to take his headset off.
he's
Oh,
good.
JK. JK.
All right.
What can I do for you?
So, a few weeks ago, or a few days ago actually, we picked up, well, I picked up a couple of scrolls. And I wanted to know if you could look at them and maybe identify them.
I'd be happy to. What have we got? It's always so interesting to see what sort of things this world has made.
I will pass her one of the two scrolls.
Number 1 or number 2.
Number one.
So that's. It
Yep.
don't matter. Just go ahead and pick one.
Okay, so we are gonna spend a minute in the hallway, stare at just turning the scroll over and over. Won't actually open it because when you start reading it, things get funny. Okay, so we know how charismatic you are. This may be very handy. It's a scroll of Charm Person, and lets you cast the spell Charm Person. Basically, you can charm someone you see within range if they pass, as long as they fail not that wisdom thoughts thing. Then they'll come to your side. If they fail the save for that, they are charmed by you until the spell ends or until it gets hurt. So we'd really want to be charming things that we only want fighting on our side. If they're too strong for it, the scroll's just used though.
Rhogar, you recognize this as something that Vela's glasses are able to do, and she had used them to, I don't remember if it was the smithy or the woodworker, to give you either Kendrill's bow or the flame tongue.
That's right, she did.
All right. Well, that could come in handy.
So
myself
if
or her.
they make a wisdom saving throw with advantage if they're being fought at the time you try and charm them.
But it requires a spellcaster to use them, correct? I don't think any.
It does talk about casting at spell slots, so it sounds like it just lets you cast a spell that you don't already know, but you still have to expend a slot to cast it.
So that would be Kendril, you, Etta, or Bela would be able to use it.
Okay. I'll hand her the other one.
And that taps us out for the day. Good thing it's late in the evening, but oh, these scrolls are just so interesting. Gonna spin this one around too. Oh, now this. That's a fun one. It's another spell, but this is Fireball. This is a scroll of Fireball. Everything in a 20-foot radius sphere that fails a dex save, it takes 8d6 fire damage. But this is also a spell casting ability. And
Okay.
when you cast this spell using a slot of 4th level or higher, the damage increases by 1d6 for each spell slot above.
Such a great spell that Bela wants right now.
20-foot radius sphere centered on a point that you choose. Anything that fails the save takes 8d6 fire damage. They still take half damage even if they make the save, and it does spread around corners.
Yep.
Unreal. All right. Well.
So then I hand you back your scrolls and apparently pretend I didn't see them?
That would be great. And are you interested in the Scroll of Charm person, by chance?
It can definitely come in handy. I just have my suggestion, but the charm can definitely have its purposes as well. I think the charm is stronger, so I could work with that.
So go ahead, Rhogar, and take both of those scrolls out of your inventory, and for now, just add back to the scroll of Fireball, and
I will add.
Add the charm person scroll.
And so you can just have this. But
Thank you.
my only ask is that conversations that we have, the things that I ask for and whatnot, that those remain secret.
I can certainly understand that. We all have our secrets. I suppose at that point, if we ever talk, you'll have to let me know if I can tell people what we've said.
Correct.
Or tell them we're friends. Are we friends? Or do I have to pretend we don't like each other?
We are friends. For the purposes of our conversations in private, we'll just assume that nothing can be said unless otherwise told.
Okay. We are friends who have never spoken.
Correct. Now let's go get a drink.
Oh, yes. Ed.
Alright.
Alright, Ed goes and gets herself a honey mead.
Alright. The honey mead.
Drinks?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Would you like a pitcher of said honey mead or
Doge.
pitcher?
Edda doesn't drink a lot. She's just gonna get like a nice glass of honey mead.
So that would be 50 copper.
Great.
Drinks time, Doge.
Yeah.
Let me have the King's Mead.
King's Mead. The King's Ale.
Yes.
It was just a honey mead. There wasn't any other meads. Right.
Or King's Ale, sorry.
Yep. Glass or a bottle? Rhogar.
How much are they?
A glass is 50 silver and a bottle is 5 gold.
Wow. Let me just have a glass.
Alright.
Stuff.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, you don't mess around. Mess around at the kingdom.
Kendra?
How much is the elven wine?
The elven wine for a glass or a bottle?
Yes, to each.
6 silver or 5 gold?
I'll take a bottle.
Okay.
Bougie.
OG, that's right.
Oleg?
Rhogar, would you take a shot with me?
You buying?
Of course.
Dragon's
Okay.
breath for the dragon.
2 shots of Dragon's Breath, please.
50 silver each.
Absolutely.
1 electrum.
The elven wine Kendra you had before. You'd be most accustomed to this. It's a
So I
very
bought it.
nice, smooth wine.
Very familiar with the taste.
Rhogar had the King's Ale, or the King's Ale.
I'll have one of those too, actually.
Alright, the King's Ale. 50 silver.
50 silver. Holy shit.
50 silver.
How much was the
The
bottle
mead
again?
was 50 copper, for the record.
Savvy.
What?
How much is the bottle of the King's?
5 gold.
Okay.
Rhogar, I'll pour you a glass of elven wine if you would like one.
I'm sure everyone will get Rhogar lit.
Wait a minute.
We're gonna get Rhogar
You said
fucked up.
it's 50 silver for the glass?
Yeah, I'm
Bottle?
trying to do some math. I'm trying to do some
That's
math.
the same.
For what?
50 silver and 5 gold is the same.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot to write all this down.
5 silver then.
So the bottle is a great deal.
It would be 5 silver or
I'll have to
probably
re-go
5
through.
silver or
5
5
silver.
gold. Yeah.
And like someone said 50 silver and they're like 1 electrum and I'm like no 10 electrum.
Wait, how much for the King's Ale then? Is that still 5 gold?
He's
5 gold for the bottle.
for the bottle.
Oh, I'll just get a picture of, or not a picture, but like a pint.
So a glass. Right now we'll say 5 silver.
Sitting
I'll
over,
tell
here,
you.
sitting over here feeling
Okay.
like a lush with my bottle of wine.
Bottle of fine elven wine.
I have to drink for
Fine
myself
elven wine.
and for Vela.
Yeah, Vale will probably take the bottle and just start swigging away out of it.
You would.
Get a crazy straw in it.
Yep.
You'd find a way to magic up a crazy straw just so she could stick it in the bottle.
Yes. The shot, probably more or less like a fireball whiskey.
Oh,
You got that.
take it back.
Man, you're right, Don did it.
Oh, okay. Oh, cinnamon. Oh.
You got that nice throat burning feeling.
Does Rhogar get the fire burps at all?
The fire burps. They'd be,
Anna is so entertained by a dragonborn drinking a drink called Dragon's Breath. She is giggling.
I feel
Hasn't
like
had even a sip for mead yet, and she is giggling.
I feel like Rhogar would be getting like the poison burps.
Yeah.
Just
Burping off the table.
randomly spits poison out.
I will sip this.
I'm gonna
King's Ale,
I'm gonna sip my
Okay.
wine too. I'm not slamming it
but
down.
I'll refuse any more drinks.
As time goes on, as you're all enjoying your drinks, Hefe, the smithy, walks in.
Hefe, my boy.
Hefe.
Sir Kinjal,
Hefe, come sit down.
I will do so. I believe you told me that you have stories to tell me about your homeland and some trades that your father would do business with me.
Hefe, I've had a lot of wine.
That bullshit, God.
Hefe, I don't even know where I'm from right now.
Facts.
Hefe.
See?
You have
Alright.
one job, Todd. One job.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hefe. What's this episode called again?
Winging it part 2.
It sure is. It sure
Didn't
is.
do your homework.
No, this is gonna be fine. Hefe, my boy. Please enjoy this glass of elven wine and sit back, relax. Let me tell you the story of how my father has ties to weapon manufacturers everywhere. So,
you pull up a seat.
so Hefe, Papa Kindrel,
Wow.
So obviously you know that we're noble born from my fine clothing, and obviously I've talked about my father before. So
Yes, you mentioned it earlier.
so my father's job is to procure weapons for the royal army, which is why I can put in a good word for you with him, because he knows weapons dealers throughout the lands. Depending on where the army is traveling, he might need to acquire more weapons on behalf of the king to give to the army.
Question for Cod. Is Kendall bluffing?
No,
Okay.
no. This is we're gonna make this real.
I'm curious on something though. Need to look something.
I need to be careful about what I say around you, Havoc, because if I say the wrong thing, all of a sudden, like,
No, you're fine.
all of a sudden we're rolling for initiative, and I don't even know why.
No, I'm just looking something up.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna make this real.
Okay. So
I wouldn't lie to Hefe. He's
He
my
He's
boy.
the homie.
He is.
he asked why wouldn't the kingdom smiths just make the weapons?
They do. But when the army is traveling, the kingdom smiths don't travel with them.
Okay.
Dad, Papa, he's a savvy man. So if there's a good weapons crafter who will sell the army weapons at even, a little cheaper than he can get them in the kingdom itself, he's not opposed to going elsewhere for the weapons, as long as they're good quality. As long as we can keep our people working. He's always looking for other avenues to purchase weapons.
That is very wise.
He's a smart man. Papa. I'll take another drink of wine. Papa, why?
Can you hear me?
Havoc, I have a question for you.
Yep.
Can you turn your headset volume down? I can hear myself coming through. Thanks.
How's that?
It's
Good
little better.
lord. Just reread my notes there.
You took notes. Impressive.
I did.
I feel like we have to. We have to take notes now.
Both Punky Pie and Aera are obsessive note takers. Rhogar, I sent you the proper description of that scroll you're still holding on to.
Did you take notes on the?
Yeah,
Staff
I'll
of
send you that
Defense.
too.
Like,
I just put it into my inventory.
I think the item has it right. The scroll, we have to actually like know the item matches up DDV.
I think it should.
It looks the same as what I've got.
Yeah. Unless it's homebrewed at all, I think it should all be good.
No, everything so far is all from the game except for the staff. Like I said, I'll have to put it in the compendium for it to actually work.
hey, I have a question. Am I technically attuned to the oath bow right now, or not? Because I don't have the talisman.
I think you need the talisman, right?
You need the
It wouldn't
talisman.
need to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then my understanding of scrolls was correct, is that it is a one-time use for spellcasting, right?
Yeah, unless stated otherwise.
Yeah.
Well,
The scroll
but that
burns.
fireball is basically a nuke in your pocket at that point, as
Yeah.
long as you've got a high enough spell slot.
That's a TPK, dude. A TPK waiting to happen. I know I'm gonna get hit by it. I know it. I know it. I can just feel it in my bones. I'm getting hit by that fireball.
Okay.
Fireball. You weren't there.
You just said it. True. Oleg doesn't know in his bones.
Yeah. He might just fear fireballs in his bones.
Yeah. Bela talks about it enough.
Yeah, right? Okay.
Like just her version of Eldritch Blast. It's just fireball, fireball, fireball.
Yeah.
Kendra, make me...
What? The roll?
Where the hell did it go?
If he's telling the truth, it'd be persuasion.
It's not that.
It's a con save for all that wine.
I shared. I didn't
Give
drink it all.
me, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. In reality, Hefe is the actual lich.
Rhogar's a lich.
He asks, what is your standing with the common folk in all the lands that you have met so far?
They love me for my kindness and generosity.
And
Oleg will chuckle.
how
Just reading my personality traits right now.
they love you, but how do you share back with them? Do you think that they are lesser than you, or others are on the same level?
Who's talking to me right now?
Hefe.
I believe in a class system. Okay, so I believe that all souls are on the same level. But there has to be order in the lands. So as far as title goes, there's clearly an established title system out there.
He says, I agree. Without order, there would be such chaos.
Agree. Very wise, Hefe. Have another glass of wine. You look thirsty, Hefe.
We're not trying to get Hefe drunk. We're not getting Hefe drunk.
Damn it.
Hefe is a responsible adult.
Hefe's at the bar in the morning before he has to go to work.
This is
8 p.m.
This is 8 p.m.
Okay, so Hefe's
Yeah.
done with work then. It doesn't
Yes.
matter. Hefe can have a couple glasses of wine.
He has to get
alright.
up early in the morning.
Be alright. I believe in
Gonna take a friend to
Hefe.
the airport.
Has to take a friend to the airships depot. So you tell Hefe the story of your father per your obligation about an hour previously, and everyone enjoys drinks. And what do you guys do from here?
I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep.
Is the... Hang on, let me... The, Town hall...
wait.
Is the Town Hall Master still at the Town Hall? Or do we have to
9
wait till the
p.m.?
morning? Yeah, that's why I asked.
You wouldn't know unless you find out.
Maybe we should go in the morning. After sober up.
Probably good not to
And,
show up to the mayor drunk.
Yeah, probably not.
I sat in the corner and played for a little bit. Looks like it didn't go great, but you know, free entertainment all the same.
Yeah. It was nice. You play very well.
And yeah, Aera will always like end the evening playing. It's kind of her way of just calming down. Other people have rooftop morning yoga. She has playing in the tavern in the evening. And playing at every opportunity.
Alright.
But then I'll go to bed. Also, I don't think I have anything else I need to do tonight.
All right.
Well, as I walk upstairs to go to bed, I kind of peek my head in the kitchen to look at the meat. And there's
You get, just looking at it, you get a little bit of the meat sweats.
yeah, just a little bit of the. I need that famous bowl. Okay, this stuff needs to
You're in the
smoke like
smoker?
stat.
The meat sweats.
Do we have any poutine cash to collect?
I don't know, you haven't gone to collect, which I should probably make some roll.
We'll have to check that in the morning. Or we can do it right now. Let's do it
It's
right
sold
now.
in this tavern by this proprietor.
Yeah, let's do it right here.
Let me do
Alright,
some.
let's
Let
do
me
it.
do some math. Come on,
How were poutine sales?
So originally, the way I did it was I rolled 60-20, and that would be for the day. But I think it should be the amount of day times by 3, because you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I'm gonna, for this one, I'm gonna do the D20 for the 6 days that you were gone, and times it by 6 this time, because to make up for
The hot
to make
seller.
up for,
Damn.
yeah. Rhogar, I'm rolling the D20s.
I was like, those are just D100s, but I like the way it looks.
Do you want to, hey, Havoc, do you want to roll them in 20 so that everybody else is?
I can do that.
And then Aera can do math, because it's what...
Mathematician.
So Aera joined you after the original price was determined, so she does not have it yet mentally noted how much we're getting for each ration.
15 silver.
Yeah.
For serving?
Yeah.
Is that how much it sells for, or what our royalty is?
That's how much they sell for, but then from that you
Royalty's
get.
63%.
Yeah. Fun math.
So here's 5 of the D20s.
I'd like to thank Rhogar for the inspiration on that 63%.
So
And is it or,
So it's 52 servings times that by 3.
and we get
They sell for
950 per.
156 servings at 9.5 silver each, so we've made 1,400 silver, 1,474. So 147 gold.
Wow.
divide that up between the party.
AFK me.
What's that each individual?
5 by 5.
Okay, so so each person gets 295 silver.
So 29 gold, 5 silver.
Effectively.
I'm just gonna write that there so I can make a mental note later to add that to Gala.
Easiest
I will
money
add
I've
mine
ever
right now.
made.
All
Yeah,
I had
that-
to do was join and do the math for you. Actually, there's a thing here. And what's really great is you don't have to do the math. You just type into D&D Beyond that you're adding 29 gold,
Yep.
maybe 5 silver, and it just puts it in your bag.
Yep.
Oh, you can do that in here?
Yep.
Yeah. So you click
Where's
on your
that under?
in your equipment, click on the pictures of the gold, and then instead of clicking on where it says how many you have right now to edit it, you go down and just type in how many you're adding and click the big green add button, and it pops it up and does the math for you.
Yeah.
This website's magic.
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 147 gold.
Look at you.
Divide that up
20
between
29 and
everyone.
a half.
29
For
and a
you.
half gold.
We got
I feel
29
like
and a
I
half.
should get 63% of that.
Too bad we
Too
already
late.
split it.
He was away from the table when we got our payout.
I should get 93 gold out of all that.
What?
Mm-hmm.
We made poutine as a group.
How much? How much a piece? 29.
29 gold and 5
5 silver. Tell you what though, Kindrel, you can go buy yourself a stack of silvered arrows now.
Or
Another-
make a
another
copy.
stack.
Or Oleg could make them.
You just buy this. You buy the silver.
Right.
Yeah, we'll have to sit down and figure out silver. Aera, don't forget you were also thinking about talking to Oleg about some kind of counterbalance or something for your blade.
Probably.
Hmm.
Right.
And Oleg, you still have a mysterious potion in your pockets.
Yeah, I would still rather not know what it does until I have to use it.
Alright.
You're just gonna drink it and then see what happens?
Yeah, basically, I'm gonna put my trust in my master.
YOLO.
Oh yeah.
YOLO.
He just gave it to you and said, use this when the time is right, basically?
Yeah, he deuced out and gave it to me.
YOLO.
So everyone's gonna take a long rest.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yep.
Alright.
Now I get my hit point back.
You get your one hit point back.
Oh, well, how did my hit points drop to 10 after I took a long rest?
They shouldn't have.
Ruh-roh.
Huh. Now that they fell to 10, he only has 10.
What?
You only have 10.
I don't have 10 hit points.
It shows you as being 10 out of 10.
I know, it reset after I hit long rest. I think I have... I don't even remember what it was. 20...
I can figure that out later. Why?
Can I control
Why is
Z?
The D&D thing.
Undo.
I don't think so. Ayla is so squishy. She has 18 hit points.
Yeah, she's pretty... Yeah.
How do I manage hit points again? Oh, I don't want that.
In D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
You just click on the max, and then
I think that was it.
That's healing.
like that.
We could be over here just like slowly bumping our points up one at a time, see how long it takes someone to notice.
I will know.
Plus.
Max HP override. What's your hit die? D10?
I don't know. My hit die?
Yeah, like what do you roll when you level up?
When you short rest.
I don't know. I don't think I have yet.
When
Your
I
hit
click,
die-
so
your
click,
hit
click
die
the
is
short
only on-
click the short rest button and see what it tells you, because it will tell you.
Yeah, it's a D10 then.
So you start out.
You don't have to do that on long rest though.
No.
It just lets you see what you got.
D10. So it's gonna be a straight D10 for a starting hit point.
I think it's because I had the box check that said reset maximum HP changes during this rest.
Right, which is what you want, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't go
That's
down.
when like you get something that gives you temporary hit points and
Right.
it
Right.
But that shouldn't have brought you back down to 10.
6. So 12, 22.
Hates me.
The world hates
The
me.
world hates me.
It's 22. You're showing 25 here. How are you
Does
getting-
your if your DDB reset, your character sheet in
Oh,
roll
yeah.
20 should still have your hit points on it. So just check what that says.
Yeah, they're showing 2 different amounts, so
25. Okay. What's 25? Do you change that?
yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you got 25.
Didn't you
Did we
just say it was
do
25?
like standard hit points instead of rolling when you guys were moving?
Yeah.
They were taking the average.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it should be 22. Because you have a D10 plus no con modifier. So it's a D10 to start off with, and the
Which
average.
brings me to 20. Right?
But you start
The
out.
average on a D10 is 5.5.
Rounded up to 6. So 10 plus 12 is 22.
Right, and I'm level 3.
Right. So you automatically at level 1 get 10. At level 2, they bring it up to 16. And then at level 3, it'd be 22.
Right. It said
22.
just for the
22.
record, I like 25 better.
So do I, because I thought you had a constitution now.
No.
Well, I mean, does your roll 20 sheet say 25?
Yeah.
The roll 20 did.
And there had to be a reason, right?
No, because we manually add that in. It doesn't automatically set.
Okay.
Alright, so
Only DDB automatically figures that kind of info out.
you want to change that?
And I just realized that roll 20 has been just barely lowballing my initiative too, because it doesn't have Jack of all trades in there.
Yeah, you have to remember to
I
add
could come out one whole point better on all those nat ones.
Yeah, you have to figure out when you roll initiative, you have to add 1 to it because of that, because it won't figure that out either. Right. There should be a 21 here.
So Kindrel, the thing we overheard you saying to make sure I got that right was that your father's basically an arms dealer. Like he somewhat makes them, but more so like not arms dealer, but you're the not merchant. You're the person who supplies weapons to all the forces.
Yeah.
Maybe making them, maybe outsourcing them.
We could call him like the Royal Master of Arms.
Okay.
If we want to do. We need a title for Pappy.
For Papa Kindle and Papa Vela.
Papa K, Papa V.
Right.
Ed is always listening.
Oh,
I was literally sitting at the table with you.
I know.
Just drinking my mead. Actually, not even drinking my mead because Hefe don't know me.
Pepe don't know you, and
Sitting there looking at my mead.
Maybe
how
Vela
is-
could conjure you a fun straw too, so that you can drink mask.
I was gonna say, how is Ella gonna drink since Rhogar doesn't know that she's an Aarakocra?
I think she waited until he went to the bar.
Okay.
She's got a whole
The fuck was that?
2 years of
Get the shit out of me.
You almost killed Oleg.
That's just how Elegant sneezes. And he's the reason I have to go push the talk when Mr. Buttercup wakes up. Anyway, no, Anna has 2 years of practice with like eating and drinking it like super quickly and stealthily, or just waiting.
Okay. So everyone's gonna go to bed? Is that what I heard?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What time is everyone waking up at?
I'm gonna wake up at dawn because yoga doesn't do itself.
Yikes. I'll wake up at
And I think-
7:30.
What time are you calling dawn, Kindrel?
When the sun comes up.
I think we said like 7ish.
Okay, so that does work with a long rest
yeah.
if we went to bed at 11. Because I think Edda just likes getting to, like, she likes the meditativeness of it, even though she's not doing the yoga. It's just a chance for her to sit up on the roof and play for an audience of one.
Hey, sometimes I con other people in to doing yoga.
Edda,
Go ahead.
yeah, Edda is going with him to do the rooftop yoga and play spa music.
Ooh, I love your spot
They'll
music.
probably go up there as well to do her version of the yoga. Rhogar, you're getting up at 7:30.
Yep.
And
Lila's yoga consists entirely of child's pose.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I am going to go down to see who is eating.
Okay. Kendall, as you walk out with Vela and Edda, you do see Robin is at a table with a. How did they describe him before? Yeah, a gaunt, white-bearded human. The two of them seem to be at Robin's favorite table, just chatting.
Okay.
As you make your way out for your yoga.
Okay.
Do you carry on with your yoga?
Yep. Yep, I'm gonna go outside. I can't start my day without
following
rooftop
Sir
yoga.
Kendrel. Like, I don't have a lot of allegiance to this Robin yet, other than I know he was finding us information. But if we're going up, I'm going up. If they're going down, then she goes down.
Kendall, I hear you on stream, but I do not hear you in the Discord.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry, my bad.
Uh,
Okay, yeah, so I am, I'm gonna go out to do yoga. You know, I figure if Robin is gonna leave, I'll see him, because I'm on the damn roof.
Okay.
So,
Can we get an athletics check?
easy! Rhogar. Wow.
You know, it has been a while since I tried to athletics.
Wow.
Savage.
I didn't say you had to roll for it. I said it's been a while.
You want me to roll an athletics check?
Not right now.
Okay. Well then I'm gonna jump up on the roof, following the same path I always follow, so no athletics check needed, Rhogar. And I'm gonna be doing my yoga up there for a little bit.
How long does your yoga last for?
I'd say a solid yoga session, probably about an hour.
Right. So, you, Vela, and Edda are on the roof.
Yep.
7:30 rolls around. Where you come down, and you see the same thing. You see Robin at the table with a gaunt, white-bearded human talking.
I take a look around to see if there is anybody else that may be wealthy in the bar.
Yeah, maybe wealthy. Okay.
Interesting.
That is. I'm quite curious on where this goes. There's one other individual.
One other individual at the bar, and how does he look?
You're perceiving someone that's wealthy, correct?
I'm looking for somebody that's wealthy.
Yeah, I think this would be a good time to introduce this person. He looks like a merchant, a traveling merchant, but his outfit looks like his own style, and he seems to be doing well for himself with this. Kindle, give me a perception check. Aela, you would see this. Give me a perception check on Ruth.
No, because the way I see it, her mentor.
Aera sees all.
Yeah, she has 20 passive perception. She just sees.
Kindle.
I'd say especially being at a height.
Skills, right?
Parked outside the tavern, Kindle, you see a
Parked? It's parked out there, a horse?
Wait, is Sheila up on the roof with us too?
No, Sheila's not on the roof. She's sitting, Sheila's sitting by the front door.
We parkour up to the roof, or is there like a staircase, a ladder up there?
There are like crates on the side of the building that I use to get up there. I did try to parkour one time and ended up hurting myself.
Okay.
I'll signal for Sheila to come sit with me.
Alright.
Okay. So Kendra and the Aera parked outside. It is drawn by a horse. It is some sort of merchant's wagon that you guys notice.
Okay. That looks interesting. So
Does it have
Go ahead.
Does it have any like branding or logos on the side? Like clearly it looks to belong to a merchant, but does it have a proprietor's name?
Funny you should ask. It does. It says on the side of the wagon, and you notice it like pulls like the top, well, not the top, but there's a part that like folds out like a canopy, and there's like a window. And on the wagon, it says Leroy's Jerkins.
Wow.
Hey, you guys came up with Leroy's Jerkins, and I think I told Kendra, God, that I would bring Leroy's Jerkins in, since everyone liked it in the godless session.
Very true.
Yep, alright. And we were just talking about that one, or had we actually...
Someone said it in chat, and you guys just cheered at the idea.
Okay. Any chance that I have run into this merchant before on my travels thus far, or are they from like further north or somewhere I haven't been? If they have a determined point of origin, have I been there?
That is a good question.
I have the same question, being in the arms business, if I have run into this merchant before.
In the arm business, you're asking me if you ran into a guy that does jerkins.
Yeah, like if he would have been like in a trade district that I would have been in as well, would I have run into him?
Jerkins don't have arms.
Okay, thank you.
One at a time.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Aera.
Aera's currently dying.
I'm trying really hard to not be loud with my mic this close to my face, okay?
I gotta look at... You know, we'll do it this way. I gotta look at your flight path.
Now I do need the Jean-Luc Picard. to pop up on the screen.
Where is your flight path?
I mean, I walked most of it, but
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what way you travel.
it's a long scroll. Basically, I followed the trade route for the most part. Like once I hit the trade route in the middle of the continent, I just followed the trade route.
We'll do it this way. We'll see if I can figure it out from here. This is something I meant is on my list to do, is figure out yours and Rhogar's.
So I'd say if we're looking at that Faerun map, I basically just followed the tradeway the whole way up. I might have deviated off to little towns that I could see from the road, but I just followed the tradeway for a lot of it. And I'm guessing Leroy is not from further away than like further than the Sword Coast.
Yeah, so probably not that you have seen as of yet. And Kendra, as of right now, because I don't know where you're from, I don't know if you would have seen this guy yet.
Okay.
So maybe in passing you've seen them, but we
I'll
won't
get up
know
at
yet.
this point and join everybody.
Are you going outside or into staying inside the tavern?
I'll stay inside and sit at the bar and get something to eat.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you mention food, let me pull this back over.
So we gotta buy our own breakfast.
Are we getting? I feel like we're
I'm
slowly
not
getting
saying-
more advanced,
what
and
I'm
DM
saying
is
is-
less forgiving.
I am saying you can have your rations, or you can have what the tavern is selling for breakfasts. Would you like
Obviously,
to know?
it makes sense to have protein for every meal because we're making back more than half of what we spend.
That's true, actually.
We are only
Sure.
ordering protein.
Facts.
I will
Some
order.
reason.
I will order poutine for sure.
I have
So-
25 freaking rations.
Wow.
And you know, I think you were, and we got a little more too.
Yeah, we got
So
a little.
The orcs that tried to ambush us had a sack of rations that were 2 days worth for their party, so I think we all got 2 extra rations that
Two of
way
you.
also.
2 of you would have gotten rations. It was only 2 days worth of rations, not 2 days each.
Oh, okay. Weird. Did you watch the VOD and get the little rock that you got?
Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell you that. I forgot about that.
Oh, one of the orcs had just a pouch of stones on him that was very clearly his collection of favorite shiny rocks.
Oh, those are mine
and-
now.
I
Oh,
did
easy.
well, as I was taking them out, we sort of divvied them up because there was a bunch. It was 5 very pretty rocks, but there was a small purple one that you just reached out and went. So you got a little purple rock.
I forgot about that. I need to put that in Rhogar's pockets to make a custom item.
Kindro got a really good skipping stone. I got a chunk of quartz that was pretty. And another one that was just so weirdly lumpy I had to have it.
There should be one more. You got the lumpy one,
Yeah.
the quartz.
I must have given it to Vale. Oh, it was a tiger's eye that we gave to
Yeah.
Bailiff.
Yeah, that's right.
Tiger's eye.
Now
But I had it in my notes that I gave you a little purple rock and I wanted you to know you had that.
Yep, I forgot about that. Now, the tiger's eye, the quartz, they're not actual, like the gemstones.
Yeah,
They
they're
are.
not proper gems.
They're just normal
Because-
rocks.
The orc managed to find a thing that looked like quartz but was still worthless.
And then same with
Jeez.
the tiger's eye.
Truly a skill, I feel like. They're just pretty.
They're just pretty.
So for you guys, if you want to buy your own team, we'll say that they give you a deal of 5 silver versus the
Right.
15.
And are you gonna make it so we don't make profit on those portions? Or are we making a profit on our 5 silver?
You'll probably make a profit off yourself.
I would like to buy 100 servings
It's only
of
3
poutine.
silver, man.
Scam the system.
Are you gonna buy 100 servings?
No, just one.
So yes, when Edda comes back down from rooftop yoga, she is gonna buy a poteen because she's heard all about it, but I don't think I'd had it yet.
I
You're
don't
gonna
think
love
you
it.
have.
You're gonna love it.
And because it is morning, I do want bacon on that, so Owlbear
Ooh.
bacon poteen.
Ooh.
So that has not been invented yet. Would someone
Sold
like
the
to
bacon last night.
You salted it, but you cured the meats. Now they have to actually prep it and everything.
So is
So-
Vela gonna go show them how to properly make some cracklins?
Velo go show them how to make cracklings. And what did we say that we sold the owlbear meat for? Was it 5 gold a pound?
I do have this written down. Actually, I might have taken that. It was no, it was 10 silver a pound.
So 2 gold a pound. So say 5.5 silver then for the
Sorry,
bacon.
10 silver is 1 gold. So
What? How much did you say?
10 silver a pound.
10
Pretty sure.
silver. So 1 gold a
Is that-
pound. Okay.
Yeah. Sure, I'm pretty sure that sounds right because you looked up what beef was, and the
Beef?
challenge rating for an owlbear is 12 times higher, so I went with 10 times more for the price.
Yep.
So as long as that maths out, that's what we did. Apparently deleted the calculation once we earned our money.
So yeah, we'll say 5.5 silver for a bacon poutine.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a separate category for that. Son of a bitch. Bacon poutine.
Skin poutine. Talking about.
Mhm.
Sold to party
What a country. What a country this is.
for 5.5 silver.
Turtle, you're not wrong. Like,
D&D
when I tell people
Masters.
about this game, when I tell people about this game, I'm like, yeah, it's a really fun game. We have spent half of each episode starting a small business.
To some degree.
Hey, it's paying off already though. We just got 149 gold.
We've got passive income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just gotta figure out like a payment system once we leave this area.
Well, with the trade route is open now since we cleared the orcs.
Also, what is Sheila's travel speed?
60.
50.
Yeah, so what we do is
50?
we put a little pouch around her neck like a Saint Bernard.
Wow. I don't know if Sheila's gonna be okay with that.
No, you guys talked. We talked about this in the recap episode. You wanted to put a little saddle and.
Alright, I know the
On
idea
Sheila.
was there, but we're gonna have to talk to Sheila about that.
Whoa.
Okay.
And
She
then,
and I can
That's
have a
what
chat.
she was told.
No. Sheila's her own person.
She never really gets to open her up and go full sprint though, because she's always just keeping up with us.
It's true, maybe she would like the run.
with a half-singed doll
No.
strapped on the back.
Absolutely not. I forgot about that doll.
We're gonna teach the doll to say like pay up.
Pay up. Pay me or I'll stab you.
Bitch. Great.
So
that's
everyone's back in. Rhogar is there with the gaunts. White bearded gentleman.
Medieval DoorDash.
Yes.
Yes.
For the gosh.
we've got Aera, Vela, and Kindrel all came down from rooftop yoga. Rhogar and Sheila were already downstairs. I don't know if Rhogar was sitting at the table with Robin. Is Oleg
No,
still
I was
sleeping?
sitting with the wealthy
No,
merchant.
I'm eating right now.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sitting with the
We are all
merchant.
downstairs, just not at the same table.
Would you like? I'm assuming you're talking to said merchants.
Correct.
What do you say to him?
Ask him what his story is.
This merchant is a halfling. Brown hair, and he tells you that he has been traveling around for a short while, making custom jerkins for anyone who requires a style update or any kind of additional armor needs.
Nice. I ask him if he'd be willing to put this small purple shiny stone onto my armor.
Yeah, he can fashion it in there in some way.
Or actually, how about this? How much is it to make a necklace out of this?
having.
I have a fine chain right here. If you'd like to use that.
Brought to you by Cod's Candles and Armory.
Thank you.
Or armor. Jewelry. Do I have jewelry anywhere in my many notes that you savages make me do?
D-Rock about to become Thanos. Right?
Now there's an idea.
Now, I will say, I went ahead, just that way everyone knows, I did not click on thank you. I went ahead and figured out my Pinterest, that way everyone can take a look at different items, monsters, whatever. I have not had COD make that a command yet. But funny enough, I have found all the Infinity Stones for D&D items.
Oh lord.
Amazing.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
That's
is those
incredible.
tattoos.
It uses the Reality Stone to basically put on like the craziest Pink Floyd laser show.
Wow.
Plot twist, this is the Marvel Universe. we're all just fucked.
The most immersive laser show you've ever seen.
Every here is blind.
Is there not jewelry tools? I thought there
There
was.
definitely are jeweler's tools as an artisan's tool option. So I feel like someone who's in like leatherworking and fiber crafting would not have a specialty other than if he just wraps a leather cord and be like wire wrapping the stone and putting on a leather cord at that point.
I feel like
You don't know this man's talents.
You never know, but there is a separate skill for jewelry for sure.
Right.
you don't.
And clearly he's got to have some skill with it in order to adorn the fabulous jerkins.
These jerkins, once you guys exploit it and I have to do something with it, he's gonna be a fancy man.
I feel like they should give you like, if they're Leroy's jerkins, you've got to have an initiative bonus, so you can just run in.
Yes.
You never know.
Yes.
Bonus for
Yes.
for
+1
disadvantage
to
on your first
initiative
attack.
when you're win.
Wow.
Yeah. Disadvantage on stealth, but +1 to
Yes.
initiative.
+5 chance to wipe your entire party.
I'll take 4 of those.
Leroy!
Ridiculous.
and you have to say it as you run in.
Yeah.
Well, it's why he sells
It's
it
an
to
enchanted armor.
You advertise.
Right.
Where you go, you have to advertise.
I'll have to dig into this deeper, Rhogar, but yeah, he can embroider, or not embroider, but he can fashion this on to your needs.
Sweet.
Do
So
you want a necklace, or you want it in the armor, or what are you looking to do?
necklace.
Necklace?
Bracer would be cool too.
Do what?
It's like a bracer would be really cool too, but Necklace is pretty
We also have
classic.
those. You know, just saying.
I don't trust Kindle.
I should
Alright,
I
so-
should have the jewelry skill, the jeweler talent.
So there is. You can go somewhere and you can get skill proficiency.
jewelers,
does.
artisan tools.
It does cost money to obtain the proficiency, and it will take time.
Can I get a weekly money allotment and call it an allowance from Dad?
I was just thinking, like, how
You know, that would be something that could be discussed at a later date.
Okay.
very, like, fancy pants bougie would it be for a knight to get his artisan skill, his, like, artisan training in jewelry making?
That's super bougie.
We
Are you
can
looking at Rhogar?
I might be interested in that also, though.
Sheila is on mine.
Yeah, because she was with you.
Yeah, she's with you.
Oh yeah.
You just noticed it?
She's
Yeah.
been there a long time.
Because you guys are of a noble descent, in a sense, we can discuss something for you and Vale to get a income of some kind.
Excellent.
On top of our passive income from Poteen, he needs more money.
Of course.
Would you, since we're on this topic, would you like to know what it takes to become
Yes.
proficient?
Yes, I would.
It takes 10 weeks time of studying and learning.
Wow.
10 weeks of in-game, where you are
Intensive study.
10 weeks of
Intensive.
in-game?
That's
Oh,
a long
in-game.
time.
in-game.
In-game.
So you'd have to spend a long, essentially a long rest, so 8 hours of this studying and working, and it costs 1,000 gold.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna be writing home.
Yeah.
Papa?
Dearest Daddykins.
I want jewelry.
Papa? Papa-san?
And that goes for any kind of research anyone wants to do, any kind of, like if Kindle wants to pick up smithing, you'd have to study with Hefe, things of that nature.
Okay.
Oleg already has that proficiency, so it's just a matter of him learning the different metal types, and working with them in order to quote unquote unlock higher blacksmithing skills.
Which, speaking of, once I'm done eating, I'll just ask you guys if you have any spare metal, and then I'll go to the smith and melt it all down into ingots.
Got a OOC question about the proficiencies also. Would that be the kind of thing where if like, oh, I've got 100 gold to throw around, I'm gonna spend a week on this, and then later you spend another 100 gold in another week, or do you have to do a big old chunk?
I think it's all at once. I think that's in
Rough.
Xanathar's guide.
You could, in theory, break up an apprenticeship into like a week at a time and just expand on what you know.
Right.
And
Yeah.
if you let us have a pay-as-you-go model, then we just have to keep track of how far we
Pay
are.
as you go.
Pay as you
Yep.
go.
Weekly
Yeah, we-
installments of 100 gold.
I mean, having 100 gold to spend another week every now and then is a little easier than saving up 1,000 gold and hoping you don't get robbed.
Do we get a
Right.
group
Yeah.
discount? That's a good question.
Is everyone studying the same thing?
I'm not.
I highly doubt it. That would be dumb.
Rita is a carpenter. She has no interest in metalworking. Jewelry,
I have an interest in jewelry, but I have a different way of obtaining that.
Oleg might be interested in dual crafting in a sense, just because he could inlay certain things into his armor and weapons.
I think if I was just doing inlays, that would still fall under smithing. I guess that would be more crafting almost.
Would agree with that.
Okay.
Because jewelry would be like actually like making
Right.
rings and
Right.
But I guess that would just be metalworking too. I don't know.
Okay.
I can make you guys the base, like base rings and base circlets and shit like that.
So you can also take those though and get them upgraded to have different bonuses, whether it be armor increase or bonuses to hit and everything as well.
Oh man, we could have a whole corporation, guys.
We really could. Capture every market.
Am I really gonna have to buy the acquisition ink book for this business?
I don't know.
I'm holding back so hard and only doing what Aera would do. And Oleg asks if we have things for him.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone gave all the metal.
Yeah,
Okay.
Etta
Yeah,
will probably
he already
check her
has
bag to make sure he has all the pieces. But then she's gonna say, "Do you mind if I come with you to the smithy?"
Absolutely.
So then when we're walking, I'm gonna say, "So I've got as you saw before, and I'm gonna pop the blade out of the loot. And see,
Yeah.
this was the most amazing instrument. I knew I needed it even before I realized what else it could do. But unfortunately, I really hope I never need to use the blade, but the blade's not very strong.
Okay.
Because I'm not very strong. And I was wondering if you could, I don't know how these things work exactly, the counterbalance, without harming the instrument, of course, but counterbalance it something to make the blade a little stronger, a little more effective.
Absolutely. I could see if I could do something like that.
This we will do at a later date, just because we have to. Well, the reason why
Need our crafting check.
We want to accomplish something in the hour and a half that we've been live so far.
Yeah.
We made a bunch
Might be
of money,
worth it.
and we identified some objects. We've accomplished
That's
something.
true. That's true.
the reason is so with the blade, Aera has a strength of 8, I believe, 8 or 9. So she has a -1 modifier. So to either get it to 0 or +1,
It's a +1 blade or a +2 blade, basically.
So Oli and I have to figure out what metal is going to accomplish that.
It's gonna be hella expensive.
It's gonna be real expensive. It might be out of his his crafting range right now. So it's something that him and I are still in the process of working on.
Honestly, like, Edda would definitely settle for just a +1 right now. Because that at least makes, like, then I don't get a -1 on my rolls.
Well, I was gonna
If it
say,
could be +2 eventually would be rad, but...
well, in theory, it'd have to be a +3. It'd be the +1 to get you out of the negative, and then.
No, it's not modifying my strength. So the blade right now... So it's a d6 -1 for... like, the hit is a -1 and the damage is a -1. And so if the blade was a +1, then that would just negate my -1 modifier. So I don't need a +3, I only need a +1.
Right.
By not increasing my actual strength.
Right.
I would, like... I've got a feeling just a regular +1, while it's still definitely, rad, should be closer to an actual, journeyman blacksmith's abilities. We'll leave that in his hands, either to study. If I have to detach it from the loot while he studies it and reconstructs it, then that just means I don't have the blade on my loot for X number of while.
Hopefully you won't have to use it.
I have, other ways of protecting myself if things get that close, but I do like to have the blade as a backup.
I understand.
Yeah, that'd be something.
If we could somehow make it just a little stronger to, like I said, counterbalance the blade, finer metal, something so that the heft I can give it does a little more.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out what metal will do it.
It's our handy dandy new crafting calculator.
Yeah, well, yours is set up, but the way that Oleg and I talked about it, whatever material, so you have like steel, mithril, adamantine, electrum and such, we're gonna end up giving those metals a modifier to the weapons themselves. So we just gotta figure out what's gonna do what, and if there's any other added bonus besides that attack bonus.
I like the look of these tables that you got. Anyone who has no idea what we're talking about, I went a little ham on this idea of crafting calculations and made an Excel formula table sheet thing that I'm pretty pleased with and is mildly complicated, but I think it's going to give us a really cool way to make things.
It definitely is going to make the artisan's tools a lot more useful than just how they're normally used, I think.
Yeah, so Edda will go with him to the smithy, I guess talk about the blade for a little bit, and then if she can, just like hang in the corner and watch him work. Like a craftsperson is going to appreciate another craft even if it's not theirs.
Yeah. Do you want to try and get? You want to spend 4 hours there, Oleg, and just see what kind of rolls you get to bump up your experience for now?
Yeah, because I'll be melting down all of the blades that we have right now to get ingots, and then I guess I'll just work with Hefe on whatever he's working on.
Okay.
Or see if he needs help.
I will get you the weights of the iron after the game.
Okay.
Kendra Rhogar, what are you up to for the next 4 hours?
I need to finish my conversation with.
That's true. He's been
Right.
interrupted. He's been
We're
interrupted.
way off track.
Just a little bit. Well, now that they're gone, I will ask him quietly so nobody else can hear me if he'd be willing to deliver a message for me.
Is this something we already talked about?
It is.
That's already been taken care of.
Well, you think
Is it what we went down into Draconic Forge for the?
negative?
Oh, okay.
You want to
Okay.
get into a different language then?
Yep.
Why? Oh, you gotta be here so the stream so you can hear it.
Yeah.
Just waiting on this guy. There we go.
Why can't I get in here anymore?
You don't speak.
I speak everything.
Alright, did he take his headphones off? He did. Alright, so I need to send a message to one of my contacts so that I can see if they'd be willing to do a favor for a price. I need them to come and basically rob the party of gold, and we can meet up, or he can send it to me at a different time, and I'll pay him 20% of what he actually takes. And that is including me, so whatever he takes from me, he takes from everyone else, and I would like to pay him 20% of that.
So contact. Rob party. You pay him 20%. And is your friend keeping whatever he takes?
No,
Where is that money going to?
to me. So I get 80%, I'll pay him 20% of what he takes. And I'm strictly only interested in coin. And you can tell, and I'll tell the merchant that I will pay him
Merchant pay.
50 electrum.
Roll me a persuasive check.
That should work.
Yeah. He will ask you where this contact is located at.
Persuasion roll.
I'm assuming Netherwinter, same spot
As my other contacts, yeah.
Yep. And
And I'll also tell him he can't tell anybody this message is going out.
Yeah. I would say give me a location in Netherwinter. But that might be something we'll have to do after stream.
Yeah, I can do it afterwards.
Okay.
All right.
He tells you it would probably take a couple of days to get to Neverwinter, and then however fast your contact can get back to you, that is on his accord. But he will gladly take the 50 electrum and deliver the message.
Amazing. Taking that out of my inventory right now.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right, let's hop back.
I'm back. We here.
Okay.
So back to Kindle, now that Rhogar's conversation has concluded. What are you up to?
Okay, so I'm
throw.
yeah.
I'm gonna throw Sheila a piece of meat for my breakfast.
Yeah, she
All
loves
right,
it.
are you having poutine? Are you having poutine and with bacon as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So that's 5.5 silver for that.
Yeah,
If you haven't taken it out yet.
I'm taking it out right now.
All right, so I'm still on the roof, right?
No, you came back in.
Oh, I came back in.
Yep.
So where am I then?
You were at the bar.
Okay, I'm at the bar. I'm gonna get breakfast as well. I'm gonna have the Owlbear poutine.
5.5 silver.
It's actually the Owlbear Famous Bowl.
Okay. Out of curiosity, though, so we vaguely, so Rhogar talked to Leroy. That's the merchant he was talking to, or was he talking to someone else?
The
No,
merchant.
Leroy is not the guy that was sitting with Robin, right?
No.
So we all completely ignored Robin and his guest.
Yes.
Except for Kindle.
We sat at a different table and ate our breakfast and did not speak to Robin or his guest.
Okay,
Except for Kindle.
so I order my Owlbear Famous Bowl for breakfast because why not? And it's good that you brought that up because I was gonna walk over there with my food and ask if I can join them.
He tells you to sit. He has much to discuss.
Oh, okay. Is this should I get the group for this or is this between us?
If you would like, you can get them, or you can tell them on your own accord. We don't have to make a spectacle of all this.
Okay, I guess I'll tell them. I'll tell them.
Rhogar's still there, but
Yeah, Oleg and
Aera and I have left.
What's up, Noise?
what's up, Noise?
And
Yeah.
we left.
All right,
Yeah,
so
Oleg and Ada are gone.
okay, so it's just is
I'll
Rhogar
come
still
over.
at the bar? Okay, Rhogar
And I'll
comes
take
over.
Sheila.
Excellent. All right, what do you have to discuss?
As promised, I have reached out to my contact about the talismans
Mm,
and the weapons that accompany them.
Hmm.
I have also located Roderick, whatever the hell his name was,
yep.
and he
Dodrick?
not Dodrick. He's
Oh,
gone.
oh, okay.
Roger.
Redris the druid.
Redris, thank you. He gestures to the gaunt's druid human with the white beard.
This is Red Dress?
This is Redris.
Oh. Hi. I've heard a lot about you.
Hello. I wish I could bring better news to you all.
Like how this is starting.
I don't like where this is going.
He tells you.
Hang on, do we want to move? to a different tab if people aren't here? Or is this fine?
Man, it's fine.
Because I'll tell
Just
them.
don't matter.
You're just gonna tell us later.
Tell us all about this when we get
Yeah.
when we catch up anyway.
I like it. I like it.
He tells you. He says to you, "I hear you have at some point going to the ruins of Thunder Tree on Robin's behalf,
Correct.
and you have heard of the dragon.
Yep.
I wish I could say that is the only thing that resides."
Okay. What else is there aside from the dragon?
Normally, once dragons make their lair, their home, they gain followers in sorts, different blights, these tree-like figures.
What are they called?
Blights.
Okay.
Also, a band of dragon cultists who worship the dragon have just located the dragon and wish to pay service to him.
Okay. Do you know how many numbers are in this band?
The DM believes there were 4. So I'm going to say that he says 4. I'll give you the exact number. I think it's 4, though.
Okay.
But that is an issue for. I hear you're also looking for Cragmaw Castle.
Correct.
She tells you that it is. Switch over my map. Where's your tool? If you go out of Phandelver to the crossroads of the Highborn Trail and the trail that leads into Phandelver, it is about 15 to 20 miles into the woods.
Okay.
This lines up with roughly what Aera had
That
noticed.
castle I saw, isn't it? Yep.
Yep. That all seems to line up for everything.
Okay.
He tells you that a number of goblins and other goblinoids have turned that castle into their own base. The goblins did not make the castle itself. It was its own thing hundreds of years ago, and it's just been repurposed at this point in time.
You know how many goblinoids occupy the castle?
I do not.
You spoke of talisman.
As you're addressing Robin?
Yes.
Yeah, I have reached out to my contacts, Lady Illustrial of Silvery Moon, which earlier when we first brought this up, I said Silver Moon, but you made the joke of it sounds like WoW, because that is the WoW place.
Oh, okay.
this place where she's actually from is Silvery Moon. And as a side note to Aera, I believe, if I remember your path, you did go through Silvery Moon, or the Silver Marches rather, which is where Silvery Moon is located at, in the Silver Marches. But he asked to see both the Oath Bow and the Flame Tongue.
Okay. I'll hand him the oath bow.
Which means I need to open up another tab.
Your issue the Silvery Marches, I want to double check my map.
Silver Marches should be east of where Phandelver is.
Okay.
I pull out the flame tongue and balance it on a couple fingers, and then set it on the table.
Fancy.
I'm just trying to figure out what the markers were for this. You have the swordsman and the archer. He takes the oath bow, examines it, and he nods and points at a carving that is on the bow. The carving is that of like a cloud. And he says that that particular mark, it's the marking. It's like carved, but then there's like a gold inlay around it.
Okay.
And he says that is the mark of the archer's weapon that the original archer had put into his bow.
Okay.
So he is validating that this is parts of the archer sets, the weapon and the talisman, complete
Okay.
the sets.
Okay.
You need the talisman in order for the weapon to work, but when combined, you will gain newer strength, and the weapon itself will unlock newer abilities than what it originally had when the weapon was first forged, or not forged, made.
Okay.
And he will hand it back to you.
You know where this talisman might be located?
A DM says not yet, just because he's already figured out where the first two are. I did say when we
Kindle
first started-
sighs with disappointment once again.
I will figure something out.
Okay.
And he hands back over the bow, and he will take the flame tongue, and he will point to an engraving of a small sword that is on the hilt, the handle of the swordsman's talisman, or the sword of the flame tongue, and tells you more or less the same thing, that this validates the weapon, that it was the first of the swordsman, the first weapon for the swordsman, and that when the talisman is combined with the weapon, that you would gain new abilities, and the sword would unlock newer strength.
Okay. And
And
this,
he-
and it can't be same thing. Don't know where it
Same.
is.
He told you that he did know where it was, that a gentleman, how did I phrase it before? That a gentleman, the talisman was located by a gentleman named Strahd, and you had asked if you knew where to find him, and
Yep.
he told you not to worry, that he would find you
Yeah.
if you piqued his interests.
Yeah. He's in a different domain. Should come for me.
Yeah.
Basically, Strahd will call you, don't call him.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't need to add any further info there.
So we learned nothing aside from what we
Quick
already knew.
question: since Kindrel got the oath bow from Hefe originally, right?
From the
From
woodworker.
Hefe number 5.
Woodworker.
Yeah, Hefe
So
5.
they had the oath bow, but did not know anything about the talisman that's actually needed to make it truly OP.
So it's not just here's one oath bow. It's not the only oath bow in the world. It's a magical item that someone had made up. It's not the one and only.
Okay.
But this was the owner of this particular bow or sword was the one that originally killed a dark wizard that looms over the domain, and I really haven't got a proper world overview of the world that you guys are set in. So that's something I gotta finalize, flesh out, and I will do a proper, hey, here's kind of the world.
Okay, so it's not like this is two halves of one particular piece. It's that if he gets the talisman, it'll make this oath bow better.
So the original, the way the oath bow is set up is it's a normal bow, but it does an extra 2d8 damage or something like that.
I can look.
That's just the normal oath bow itself.
Does an extra.
Okay.
So, the damage of the oath bow is a 1d8 plus dex. When the talisman is combined with the bow, it does an extra 3d6 damage on top of the 1d8.
So the normal oath bow itself would do an extra 3d8 or 3d6. But in the case
With the
of
talisman.
this, that Robin has just told you that newer abilities would come with it. Now, whether that means that's your actual 3d6 itself or something more, you don't know.
Okay, but the 3d6 is a real thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether
it could be more.
Whether it be with this particular bow or just any standard oath bow, you don't know yet. That's because this is the first one that you've come into contact with.
Okay.
And that's same with the flame tongue, that it does the extra fire damage.
2d6 plus the fire damage. Ooh.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so basically we just learned that these are the...
This
is an oath bow, and that was a flame.
Well, you knew that's what they were before, but this is validating that these were the weapons of olden times used to kill Dark Lords.
Okay. These are the legit ones.
Yep.
Okay. So, okay,
that validates it for him himself, because all you guys have said is, hey, I heard this voice. So whether or not he thought you guys were going crazy or
right,
whatever, he learned information on how to identify the different artifacts.
right.
Keep in mind also, you do know that the leader's talisman is in Thunder Tree. So what that unlocks for anyone, you don't know.
We were supposed to go to Thunder Tree to find Redress, who
Right.
Robin went and got for us, but we still have to go to Thunder Tree to get the talisman.
You have to go to Thunder. Robin is requesting you go to Thunder Tree to remove the dragon, so that way he could rebuild the town.
Which is opposite of his previous advisement to go nowhere near Thunder Tree.
Correct. Well, he didn't say not to
Because
go
it's
there.
the
He just
dragon.
said that we're gonna die if we go there.
Okay.
Those who know Robin get the feeling that he's trying to see what the party is made of and whether or not they'd be up to help remove the threat.
Okay, and then you very briefly mentioned a Lady Alestria of Silvery Moon, and I didn't hear where it went from that. Or I didn't catch what else that was. And Aera has not been there. She has not been that far north.
Oh, you didn't pass through it? Okay.
I came from the south and the east. I have not gone that far north yet.
Okay. I thought that your path led you there.
I came up the tradeway along the Sword Coast.
Oh, maybe I'm looking at a different map then.
Because the Silver Marches are northeast of Phandelver. Be thinking of that thing in the forest that we might eventually get to, which I also haven't been to yet. In the Star Mounts? Right there yet.
So, Robin talked to Lady Illustrial about the talismans, and that's how he got this information?
Yes.
That's what you said?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought the silver marches were in a different location.
Okay. Alright, so he gets that from Robin. How long does it take for that whole story to go? As far as like have Oleg and I finished up crafting?
We'll say that between questions and the lore will take, say, an hour and a half, 2 hours.
I'm gonna sharpen my blade and all that, also.
Is that all the information that Robin has for us?
Yep.
Okay. Then the only thing we have.
He will also tell you, there's one more thing, that if you were to find a talisman but don't have the weapon, the talisman will give you some bonuses that you would unlock. But to bring forth the full chosen ability, you need both in hand, the talisman and the weapon.
Yeah.
And that's, you can only attune to one role, in a sense. So you know of the leader, you know of the swordsman, and you know of
Right, you
the archer.
Can't be all three.
Right.
Makes sense.
So do we just wait until Aera and I are done and then go to the mayor to
Sure.
turn in the bounty and stuff?
Etta is just hanging out and probably taking notes, plucking on her instrument a little bit, paying attention. If Kindrel happened to come by, then she could talk to him about what they learned, or else I'm guessing when we finished up, we would just go back to the tavern to see where everyone was.
Yeah. Did you roll for, just from experience for now, Oleg?
I did not. So what do I roll then?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to like smelt down all of the blades that we had into like the purest ingots I can, and then once I'm done with that, since that probably won't take 4 hours.
So component ID, or the number of component would be 1 because it's ingot. Difficulty, it's iron. I'm sure you're past that, so that would be a 1 as well.
It's an auto success.
Easy.
Easy claps.
You get 1 experience point.
Yay.
Well, is that 1 for each ingot?
Right. I'll have to weigh to figure out how much each how much metal you have, and divide it into how much an ingot. I'm gonna base it off of what I do at work, which is about 60 pounds for an ingot, for 1 mold to hold.
Okay.
So I'll figure out how much metal you have, divide that by 60.
Okay. Works for me. And then I'm just gonna see if Hefe could teach me anything in the rest of the time, or just like pay attention to his
Yeah,
like techniques.
he seems to appreciate the company, and you can watch him work as he does some what's the term for it? Work on a power hammer, elongating the metal. You see him run back and forth from the forge itself to heat the metal back up, back to the power hammer.
Yeah.
Is a power hammer? Those are really nice in day and age.
Steam power hammer.
Steam power
Steam
hammer.
power.
Okay.
Ran by coal.
Okay.
And just watch him do his craft. Like I said, he does appreciate the assists and the company.
And then I'm gonna see if he has any like better smithing tools for sale.
Oh, that's a terrible roll. He takes over. Or he looks over. Doesn't take over. He looks over your quote unquote equipment and says, "These are very old, boy. You know, why don't you have why are you using these?"
F.
Wait.
F with the sass.
Call it sentimental value.
Fair enough. I do know the feeling of your first set of tools, as it were.
But they're, as you said and as you've noticed, they're getting pretty old. So I think the more and more that I need to be doing things for myself and for my party, I need to move on.
So, do tools have a cost? Is my question to Oleg.
Free is the best price. Oh,
That is Cod's and Kendra's favorite price.
throwing that up.
Oh, you know what? There is.
My woodcarver's tools have a value of 1 whole gold piece, so there probably are blacksmith tools that have a value as well.
Yeah. I think.
50.
What did he roll for?
He just rolled a D100 and did pretty well.
Yeah, he did. Did good work.
True.
Just
what?
a 91.
Yeah.
Just, where was that on the poutine roll?
So, Rhogar, were you like listening? I'm guessing you were sitting with Robin and Redris when Kendra was talking to them.
That I was.
All right.
So if you were to buy new carpenter's tool, they would
Carpenter's
cost.
tools or blacksmith tools?
We have
I'm saying for you for carpenters.
Oh, okay.
You know, they'd be 8 gold.
What?
According to the book.
Why is it? Oh, woodcarver's tools?
Carpenters.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Are you carpentry or do you have wood carving tools?
It says woodcarver's tools.
That is 1 gold.
Oh, okay.
But for the carpenters,
Which-
it's 8.
Probably makes sense since I'm not carrying an entire workshop around.
Facts.
This is my whittling stuff probably.
Yeah. And then
So I mean, to have like a lathe, it would make sense that would be like 8 gold for all of that.
right. As for the smithing tools,
How much does it weigh?
for which?
The carpenter's tools.
It's a 25-pound box
I'll
that
put it
can
in my
carry
25-pound chest.
200 pounds.
Carpentry tools are 6 pounds
6 pounds?
Okay.
for
I
the carpenter's tools.
my freshly cleaned 25-pound chest and have carpenter's
Is it-
tools to carry around.
That would probably come from the woodsmith, but we can say you guys stop there.
Okay, so at some point while he, since I was just watching them work, while he was working with Hefe, it's like pretty nearby, I think, pop over to the woodworkers
Yep, you can do that.
and buy carpenter's tools.
The smithing tools are 20 gold, and they are 8 pounds.
Is
The
that
smithing tools are?
The smithing tools,
How much gold?
20. 20.
I'll buy that.
hurt with the bits?
Bits!
Thank you, Turtle!
Thank you!
Open today, your biddies today. Thank you so much.
I have so many tabs open right now, it's triggering.
I bet she's making hella cash at her new job. Hella
Bang.
cash.
Whoa, 100 biddies? Thank you.
That's a super cute unicorn emote. I love it.
That's cool.
Did not Etta has her woodcarver's tools. I probably do when I get back with my newly acquired carpenter's tools. Hello, Pupper. I'm gonna work on my birds some more.
Okay. Your auto
It's like I'm
success, right?
famous.
What sort of are there any like really notable birds that are local to the area? Anything that I would have seen here but not elsewhere? Make it up, DM.
Probably hawks or ravens, or not ravens. Hawks or eagles.
Okay. An eagle sounds fun. Yeah, I'll make like a golden eagle.
Okay.
Just slowly work on that while I'm back in Hefe's shop watching him work.
Freaking Hefe.
Give me an insight roll over.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nope.
That was me.
Oh,
Okay.
still ooh.
Well,
Yeah, not much better.
Alright, we'll continue on then.
Oh no.
anything for
Freaking brightness got all messed up.
Yeah, you know what? Etta is there. What's your passive insight?
18?
Wow.
No, sorry. Passive intelligence or passive investigation is 18. Passive insight is 15. I'm observant.
You get the impression that Hefe, how do I want to word this? That he is looking for someone to become skilled to carry on with, to pass down some of his more unique tools.
Okay, so he's not necessarily shopping for an apprentice, but he's almost looking for like a worthy successor.
Yeah.
So he's just sort of like feeling out like skills
Right.
and seeing what he can do.
Yep.
Okay. Which Etta is, minding her own business, noticing this, but minding her own business.
Nice.
Can I make a bunch of arrowheads?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Like if I have time, I guess. Just however many I can.
Time.
Now, did you have? I know you bought silver before.
Mm-hmm.
Did we use all of that silver? Because I don't believe that is equipment. either.
No, it could be with the iron.
Okay. We can make some. Like I said, I'll have to figure out how much ingot you have in order
Yeah, that's
to
fine.
break that down and everything.
Yeah, we can talk about it later too.
That'd probably be another. No, that'd be under the same type. Unless do you want like a weapons category, an armor category?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. For the crafting.
Yeah,
Sure.
I can make different tables too for each thing that I'm trying to make.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we can discuss that, but we can say that you made some arrowheads,
Okay.
and you probably pass that over to Aera to make
Ground
arrows.
shafts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
I can do that, and I think those are going to be an auto success also.
Yeah.
So.
This is all Kindrel approved.
All right. So while I'm sitting in the corner minding my own business, at some point, does he hand me a stack of wood, and he's like, "You mind?"
You
Exactly.
mind?
Exactly.
Stop making the bird and make
Please?
some shit.
And I stare at him. I finish a feather, and then I put the bird away. Take the stack. Take
Accept
the stack
that.
of tree branches and start smoothing them out.
I accept that glare.
Alright, I will make.
We're making arrows for Kindrel, Rhogar, and then bolts for Aera for her crossbow.
Yeah, basically.
Never running out of equipment.
Facts.
Never.
Facts.
Right. So, crafting adventures. That's we meet up at the tavern for lunch.
Yep.
I'm ready
Cool.
to turn this quest in.
Absolutely.
So we do that
All
before we
right.
hit up some lunch.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we gotta meet you somewhere. Did you come find us at the smithy?
Yeah, I gathered all of you. I scoured the city for hours. Actually, I just
Before
sent.
going to the one place Oleg would have gone.
I just sent.
That
Yeah.
he made big
For
hours.
hours. I also needed to get my steps in for the day, so it was a good stroll.
Okay.
was a good
You just
stroll.
took Sheila for a walk. Did you guys go play fetch in a field for like an hour?
Oh yeah, for sure. Sheila's loving it. Sheila's loving it.
Okay.
She found some
Alright,
rats, had a snack.
Ooh, nice.
Interesting.
Good puppers. Fluffy
Snack with
bumpkins.
the side of the plague.
Yep.
Fluffy bumpkins.
Fluffy bumpkins.
Alright, let's go. Yes, when Kindrel comes to collect us, I'll finish up making my will. I guess we determined. Are we just gonna say we made a bunch of arrows, so we need to put a number on it?
Yeah, as soon as I get the weight of the metal, you guys can determine, or Ole can determine how many arrowheads he made, and then how many shafts that you would have made to go along with that.
Okay. So yeah, at some point Kindrel comes to collect us, and we will go with him to go turn in this quest.
Yep.
Yes.
So you make your way down to the essentially the town hall, and you see Hilden, whatever his name is. I have it right here, and I'm lazy to look. Harbin. No. Yep, Harbin is the gentleman's name. You see that Sildar Hallwinter is there as well. And the hell did I say his name was? Hilden, Harbin. Says, welcome back.
Hello.
How did things go?
Things went very well.
I'll be
Very
right
well.
back. I gotta say bye.
Alright.
Yeah.
We took care of all of those creatures.
All of them? How many were there?
Many. Hundreds.
Hundreds.
No, there were, I don't remember how many there were. 8? There 8 ish?
8 and 5. So we'll it applies up 15.
15. There were 15 of them.
Wow.
And then 2 really big ones.
Yeah.
And, yes,
Two
and
really
the
big
ogre.
An ogre was with them.
Two ogres.
Oh, that is impressive that you took care of them so swiftly.
Thank you. We aim to please.
That opens up the trade routes once
That
again.
does indeed open up the trade route. We also have mentioned that on our way back.
He hands you a stack of 200 gold.
Eva just sort of takes it upon herself to reach for that because she knows she's been the one divvying up all the money at this point.
Excellent.
And at this point, Rhogar is not here to defend himself to say that he claims it.
Very true. Very true. Was that 40 each?
Yes.
200 divided by 5. Yes, 40 each.
Excellent.
40 gold.
Just paid for my smithing tools.
Plus,
Take it you're keeping track of all the gold that Bela's going to decount for?
yeah. So we got 40 gold so far, and then the 29.5 for
For
the team.
Poteen profits.
Yep. 72,000. Let's take it easy here. Kindrel might get that if he ever calls the DM to discuss Papa Kindrel.
Papa Kindrel. Oh, we're gonna talk about Papa Kindrel.
Pop Kindrel.
Papa K.
Alright.
You know, I just wonder though, does Papa Kindrel contact Kenjo like Papa Cod contacts Cod in midstream.
What?
Midstream.
You had your.
Or does Papa Kindle know when you're in the middle of battle and decide that's the moment to call?
I mean, I have taken phone calls when I've been streaming from Papa Cod. They've been excellent. I would say no. No, he does not.
It'd be really funny if like you just get a sending telepathically to you while you're in the middle of battle, and he's like, "Hey, just wanted to let you know."
Yeah. Oh, I'm making Papa Kenjo NPC right now.
Just made a really good deal today. Wanted to share. Be like, Dad, I'm fighting an ogre.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Oh God. Do they say anything else, or is just quest complete?
Sildar asks about the Cragmaw Castle. If you guys had figured out its location, because he is worried about Gungan Rockseeker and the family, since none of them seem to have shown up to Phandelver.
We have figured out the location to the castle.
I'm gonna assume you filled us in on like the bare bones of what
Yep.
Robin
Pretty
and
much
Red just told you.
Yeah, you know what
We know these
I
things.
heard, right?
Yep.
Right.
We found the location of it, and I think we're heading there at first light.
Very well. I hope what you find out is fruitful.
Thank you.
And where is that? He he offers you guys 500 gold if you can locate the castle and defeat or drive off the tribe's chieftain.
Okay.
Yeah. 500 gold. 500 gold if you can locate it and drive off the chieftain.
I think we could do that.
I would say we can do
That's
that.
fair. Yes.
Alright. Lunchtime.
Lunchtime.
And so it's
Eat a ration.
yes, 50 miles approximate, or not, Thunder Tree is 50 miles northwest of Phandelver, and it was like
Yep.
15 miles to Cragmaw.
Yep, 15-20 miles.
But we could actually do that in half a day.
Yeah.
I said I think we're leaving at first light, but we could leave after lunch and camp nearby to get a scout on it if we feel like it.
Yeah.
It's a conversation we have over lunch.
Yep. I think we can do that. I'd be on board for leaving after lunch.
Alright.
And it's, we're taking the chance of camping in the forest outside a goblin stronghold at that point, but it also lets us get a better feelings for the comings and goings if we can hide ourselves well enough.
Right.
So what's everyone eating? Or what?
I just ate a ration.
Yep.
Poutine, no bacon.
Same.
Poutine for
Yeah.
breakfast
Silver.
and for lunch.
Bacon. I had a bacon famous bowl for
Oh,
breakfast, and I'm
that's
having
right.
poutine for
Okay,
lunch.
yeah, I'll do that too. I'll have poutine
Yeah,
for lunch as
poutine.
well.
I have deducted my 5 silver.
That we're gonna get back.
The tavern owner looks sad that no one wants to buy his what he's making for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. he
So
tries to
your beef stew.
Sucks to suck,
tries-
buddy.
tries
Oh,
to
we
tell
got
you about the stew lamb, the lamb stew, the goose eggs, the collard greens, and strawberries that he's.
Wow. Ooh, can I have a
Someone for
side?
lunch.
Greens and strawberries.
Can I have a side of strawberries?
Sure.
I need my fruit, remember?
That actually
I
will get
need
a
my
side
fruit.
of the strawberry spinach salad.
Yeah, I want that. Strawberry spinach salad on the side.
So collard greens and strawberry salad.
Yes. How much is that?
Say 2 silver.
Well, no wonder why he's not getting any business.
Well, you're not buying the whole thing.
We're not. Oh, it's a plate meal is what he's doing, and we're just trying to buy the side.
Yes.
Well, we'll help him out a little bit.
I will buy the salad, the strawberry collard green salad.
It's delicious.
He asked if you're gonna be around for supper. He's serving up lamb chops, spinach,
Do you have
lentils.
do you have any
oatmeal, and
ranch?
fruit cake.
Do you have any ranch?
No.
Wow.
All right, fine. How about a nice vinaigrette?
Sure.
Yes.
He'll give that to you for free.
Excellent. I'll flip him a silver.
He will take your silver.
I'll flip him a silver for
For salad dressing.
for dressing.
All right.
Because I'm kind and
Anna
generous.
is not pay- Anna is not paying extra for sides.
There is a snack option as well, of some soft cheese,
Ooh.
currants, and flatbread.
Cutery. I'm happy with my poutine,
Hidden Valley.
and
Yeah.
my
I'm full. I've never
and
heard
my
of
side
Hidden Valley.
salad.
Maybe we have to go
Well, I
to a
haven't
different
found the
location
valley yet.
within a valley to get
The
Hidden
valley's
Valley
still
Ranch.
hidden.
Write that down, DM. Once we hit a valley, we expect Hidden Valley Ranch.
It has been forgotten.
I think only if we find like a dairy in that field will
See what
in
you
that
did,
valley.
Turtle.
Okay. All right, that brings us to 2.5 hours.
Alright, you want to call it door, and hopefully we'll have a full party to head out for Cragmaw Castle.
That would be nice.
Alright.
Right.
Well, thank you all for coming out this afternoon, early
This
evening,
is Sunday.
on this Sunday.
Mhm.
Thank you for all of our biddy donors and our
Yeah.
subs,
Yeah. Thanks.
players for coming out. Yeah.
Thanks everybody.
Yeah, thank you all for coming out. We will be
Thanks, guys.
back
Bye.
next week, hopefully at our normal time of
Hopefully at the normal time.
what was it, 9 in the morning?
I
or-
need a nap. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
please.
You know how much
I'm
this
sick.
messes with my work schedule? Ugh. Hopefully
What was it,
normal time.
9 a.m., 9 Pacific,
9
11
Pacific.
Central,
Yes.
and 11 Eastern.
Noon. Yeah.
Noon Eastern.
Noon Eastern.
Yeah, 11 Central, noon
Noon
Eastern.
Yes. Thanks, Tart. You have a good day too. We love you.
Yeah. All right, with that, we are out until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye guys.